right. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Gospel Go-Go 411 bringing you the stories behind the crank. We got one of the pioneers of the bounce beat side of Gospel Go-Go. And to be real, we started that thing for real when it comes to the Gospel Go-Go side. But we're going to talk through all that. We're going to talk about it. This is your guy, Wayne of Mission Band, a.k.a. SavedGang. Hey, I think I try to put my little thing on it like y'all be having on the records.
Yeah. Need a deuce now.
I attempted. All right. So let's jump to it. So Wayne, what you been up to, man? Cause you always got something cooking. What you been up to, bro?
Right now, staying out the way, working. Trying to do my thing. We started got this HVAC thing, got into the passion of doing HVAC, heat and ventilation and air conditioning. From there, man, started my own business and then branched off and started my own school. So an educational program, working with trying to just get people who interested in getting into the field, getting them avenues and getting those licenses so they could get into the field, man. So everybody don't want to go the college route. Even if you went the college route, just having a trade in general is just something I think is positive to have something that can benefit us as a society, as a community. And right now, ain't no AI that can do it. No robots can do HVAC. So it's something that's really sustainable. You can pass it down. HVAC kind of saved my life to get this trade, put me in position and just be, stable and have some, it's entrepreneurship. So every day, if I don't work, I don't eat. So just give me purpose to get up every day and, do this and just bringing the satisfaction to customers and letting them see, that I'm able to do something and learn something that will help them in the long run, So that was doing the school is just my way of just giving back to that and helping our community just to grow and flourish and get other avenues, build more entrepreneurs and stuff like that, So the goal is to get a bunch of us together to where we can go and run a whole building, get a couple government contracts and stuff like that, and really get into those lanes. There's not a lot of us, our demographic in these spaces. So that's just all I want to do. I've always been about trying to find ways to encourage and to inspire people, So to do that on a business side and on a scale of just workforce development side, it's just a plus, So it's been kind of working at that and just doing that, man. Always trying to find, whatever God's calling me to do that. Answer the call. That's it. So we could die empty out here, just pivot, I do that, just pivot lanes, still in the same space, just, going a different way.
That's what's up. Well, let me go ahead and give you the commercial for today. Y'all got to make sure y'all tap in with Wayne, no matter what's going on with your HVAC stuff. Because trust me, he done put an air conditioning unit over here.
Yeah.
Hey, I trust Wayne when it comes to it. You know what I'm saying? He feel like he got to go to my mother's house and do some work over there. So y'all need that work. You need somebody trustworthy and reliable. Holla at Wayne.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. So, we talk about some of your business endeavors and the different things you got cooking and got working, right? So with that being said, right? Let's talk about some Gospel Go-Go. That's what we came from, right?
Yeah. One of my favorite topics.
One of your favorite topics.
Yeah, I love it. Topics.
I love it. All right, so let's do this. Let's talk about your intro. Before we do that, what's your background? What's your background in the area? Let's talk about that.
My background in the area, I'm from Landover, Maryland, Kentland. That's the city that I'm from. So my background is mostly just athletics. My family is huge on athletics. In that area, a lot of us played basketball, any sports. So I just came up playing sports. That's what I always wanted to do. Basketball player, of course, just like any other youth in the community, just want to be a basketball player, football player. So I came up playing Kentland football, Columbia Park Rec, playing basketball, just following those footsteps of my father and my uncles. just having it always gave me a sense of pride and purpose that, you know, I had something to live up for, you know what I'm saying? With my last name being Oos, if you from Landover, you know the last name Oos, or from this area, period, the last name Oos is just, it's different and it's unique. So if you hear the name, it's just like I got a lot of legacy and stuff, the code and stuff that I have to, you know, carry myself. So sports was another thing that just kept me out of stuff, kept me focused, kept me, you know what I'm saying, humble. So that's what it was for me, just coming up, just being athletics. I started rap music wise. I started with rapping, just like I just had a passion for writing, so it was just writing stuff. My grandmother really had me writing and poetry and stories, just stuff to keep us. We was getting too loud. Look, y'all need to read, so just like reading, writing, putting words together. Very avid in church, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in church. She had us memorizing the Bible verses, doing little programs at church. We had to do that. So faith and athletics has always been, and music has always been in my life, you know what I'm saying? So the rapping just came to do that. Shoot, keep it real, I ain't like go-go at first, like coming up. It's like, bad people would think, but I ain't like it because it was to me, I wasn't so introduced to it. Every time I heard it, it was just covers. It was a lot of covers, you know what I'm saying? So I like that's just people stuff when you write and rap, you know, it's just kind of just like original, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm like, why are you doing other people's stuff and this, that, third? But I would always see the little flyers and stuff that used to put on a little light posts around the city and stuff. And I used to like laugh at the name, like, backyard, what's a junkyard? What's that? That's you know what I'm saying? Like, and then next you know that they doing buckets and stuff like that. It was like, yeah, you know, it's just something that I was like, oh, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But then when I started going to this church, Pastor Young church, and they did this thing called Peace in the Streets, and they was doing those things. And I heard Raw Image for the first time. And my mind was blown. I heard them dudes. I was like, because if you know Raw Image, there's a lot of originality, and they did a lot of raps. Their rapper name was PG. And all that stuff kind of got connected to me later on in life. But PG I was hearing him, I'm like, hold up, they doing beats. And I'm like, man, it automatically intrigued me as a rapper because it was live music and it was this and the third is to rapping. And then that's how I came from that. As far as like getting into a band and everything like that. I wasn't the lead mic of Mission when it first came out. For real. Like I wasn't that.
Oh, for real?
Nah. I wasn't the lead mic. Matter of fact, our name wasn't even. Our name wasn't even Mission, bro. Our first name, my bad. We was so geeked off Raw Image. We was Christian Image, man. That was the name of our band, Christian Image, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and I was the rapper. My best friend Dre was the lead mic. I mean, like I said, we was locked in. You probably seen Dre like came on a little later on, like on the scene, like he would come back and do shows. But Dre was the lead mic. He had the whole persona, like then he listened to go and stuff like that. Like he had the whole thing. He actually sounded like Big G, so it was like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he sounded like Big G, 6 all that together. But yeah, so I was the rapper, man. He ended up going to school, out of school, and then we didn't want to stop. So he was like, you know what I'm saying? I just was a student of it. So that's how I kind of got into it. Like, sure, I do it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Okay, so Christian, okay. Say the name again.
It was Christian Image Band. That was the name of the band. It's Christian Image, yeah. And then we was playing, we did a show at the church. It was like a little you know, church used to have lock-ins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we did a Jones lock-in. We had one song, and this one song was like 20 minutes long. But it was our one song. So we played the song. It went over real good. And when we got on stage, Pastor Young came in the back, and we was just sitting there talking. He walked past where we was living at. He was like, he looked at us. He was like, Mission. He's all like, I like it. Mission. That's the name of the band. I was like, dang, and that was it.
Okay.
So shout out Pastor Young. You know, he gave us that name. You know, it went from there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So y'all had a divine. You had the pastor divinely give you the name, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, right, what was the next step for Mission after that point?
Well, so after that, we just kind of like we had this guy named Shelton Gordon. Shelton Gordon was the music director at our church. So he kind of, stepped in to help us, be a band. Like, I'm gonna help you out, I'm gonna guide y'all. And his first thing was it was really boot camp. Like it wasn't no like if you it's compared to like in basketball. Like in basketball, when you first start playing sports, it's just a lot of conditioning. You just running, you just getting in shape before you even see a basketball. This man ran us through the ringer of go-go, knowing the history, knowing who was who, knowing bands, knowing, I mean, even but then when we got to practicing, he was showing us little stuff like how to like cuff the mic because he was a choir director. So like, you ain't got to cuff the mic. You ain't got to like, it was a lot of stuff that he just kept showing us and showing us that we had to teach and learn and this, then the third. So then he took us to our first gospel go-go, which was a canned food drive at Gospel Live, Capitol Plaza. So Thanksgiving. Okay. The interest fee was a canned food. It was canned food. So we went to this joint, and I think the the first thing I seen was Young Prophets and Exodus was at this joint, and God's Blend was on this show. We seen that, and it was like, y'all sure we want to be a band? Because I'd never heard music, and I mean, it was stuff I didn't even understand, bro. Transitions, just how they was playing. I was like, bro, this is, it was just a different level. So once I seen that, and then we was in church, so it was like hearing the message and hearing, these guys came and it wasn't corny. These guys had on hobo, just like these bands had on hobo, just the whole presentation of it was just something that it just gravitated to all of us. And from there, man, we just started getting into it. We just got into it and really learning the music, really listening to bands and all bands and just trying to see where we fit in to where we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was a rapper, so that helped me with just actually coming up with concepts and actually writing songs. So I wrote the majority of the songs that you ever heard Mission play. I pretty much wrote all of them. I just kind of just got into that. We had this song called, so when we first started playing, it wasn't no bounce beat, so it was just breakdown beats, a lot of sockets. Our style was more so like I said, raw image and a Northeast Groovers type thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And we used to try to mimic or try to listen, because we would listen to bands, and I'm listening to songs like The Game. I'm listening to songs like Rollin'. I'm listening to songs that I'm listening to these songs. I'm trying to, you always just kind of gravitate to other people's stuff and try to just learn it. Say, okay, this is what they were doing. I couldn't do it. That's how talented gospel go-go bands was. Every band had a unique sound. God's Blend sounded totally different than Young Prophets. The Exodus come up and sound totally different. Like how is this rock mixed with go-go and this dude? It was much. So we just had to figure out what worked for us. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing about us, we was young. I was in high school at the time, so all this stuff was just like I had the ear to that. What would people in my generation want to hear? How would they raise it? How can we, you know what I'm saying? And the main thing that was good, because we was raised in church, was just more so any song that I wrote at the top of the page, if I couldn't reference it back to a scripture, I scratch the song. I don't care how good it sounded, you know what I'm saying, or how good it was. If it wasn't a scripture that I could lead that song back to, I had to scratch it, because that means I'm in my flesh. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's not going. The main goal is to use the go-go as a bridge to get people to ask, you know what I'm saying, what's how can I get to this? What makes you different? Why do you do, you know what I'm saying, gospel go-go opposed to regular go-go, you know what I'm saying? And now a conversation opens up for, you know what I'm saying, Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? So that was the next step, just trying to find our lane, find what we can do that would be different than what we seen everybody else doing, and how we can be impactful, you know what I'm saying, for the kingdom. That was it.
Okay. So what year did Mission Band actually start?
Mission started like 05. 04, 05. Yeah, 04, 05. Yeah. So yeah, good like 20 years.
Okay. So the very first gospel go-go that y'all went to as a collective was Gospel Live.
Yeah.
And just so everybody know, Gospel Live was the old Bob's Big Boy on 450, right?
50, yep, right in front of the with the Walmart and stuff now. I don't know what it is now, but right there on the corner, right there. So Capitol Plaza right there, Social Quality, and that thing was right there.
Yeah, man, we had some good times in there. All right. So now, when did Mission find or develop its sound?
So Pastor Young, you remember the Stone Soul picnic?
Yeah.
All right, so Pastor Young was like, we wanted equipment and stuff like that. And he was like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's cool, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go get it. You know what I'm saying? He always put that into it. So we went to the Stone Soul picnic. He picked me up, he picked Desmond up, and he picked Ron up. He picked us up from my house. We went to the Stone Soul picnic. And before we went there, we went to, I forgot where we went. We went to the church, and we loaded up. It had to been like 100 cases of water. He had a booth, and he made us go hustle. He's like, that's how y'all gonna get y'all equipment. Whatever y'all make is y'all. I don't care. It's all y'all. So that whole day, we went out there. We just selling waters. We selling waters for $2. You know what I'm saying? We got the waters together. And that was my first time here at Chuck Brown. He was partying. Like, I remember this. He was partying. Chuck was putting them on all that. I was like, hey, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we did that, and I think I can remember everything vividly. We ended up making off $2 waters. We ended up making $864. He matched at $864, and then we was able to go to Chuck Levin's. We got us a mixer. He gave us all the old equipment that was that we had. We had like drum sets at church, so we had drum sets and stuff like that. And then we had this room back there that was it was like where the choirs used to rehearse, but it was just junk everywhere. He said, man, y'all can have this room, y'all can practice right here, and y'all just got to clean the room. We got there probably like around 7. We didn't leave till like 3 in the morning cleaning out this whole room. But we set up all the drums, the congos, got some timbales, and then from there we just locked in. We had practice every Wednesday. Bible says until every Wednesday from like 6 to 8. And that's when we just really had some ideas. And we just went in there and just, you know what I'm saying, did our thing. You know what I'm saying? Just start developing songs. And that's where the sound came from. And then he put us on the stage. The next year was Peace in the Street. It was in July. No, it was in all June. It was in June. So it was right after school let out. First week after school let out. It was like June 16th, 2005. And he put us on the stage. And I thought they was trying to set us up, bruh, on everything. The lineup was MOB played that year. MOB played that year. I forgot who else. Then the last couple bands was Raw Image, us, then Backyard. I was like, bruh, cause like I said, bro, Mr. Gordon was a hard teacher, bro. Like, and it was like they trying to set us up, bro. Why would you put us, you know what I'm saying, right behind dudes that we kind of looked up to, bro? And it was literally, I don't know if you ever been to that Piece in the Street, bro. Exodus played that year too. So it was like MOB, Exodus, Raw Image, us, Backyard, right? That was.
I was there.
Okay.
I was there,
bruh.
And just let's paint the picture.
10 to 15,000 people, right? The whole Nanny Helen Barrows is blocked off, bro. Sea of people, bro.
Yeah,
it's the first show.
Put like this, okay. So if y'all not familiar with Nanny Helen Barrows and Pastor Steve Young Church, right?
Yeah,
they got a huge parking lot, right? So imagine a grocery store parking lot, right? And it's nothing but people.
That's it.
I mean, from one corner to the next corner, from the stage all the way to the street, people.
The whole block is blocked off. We had the whole block blocked off, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
So I had to stand at the street because there was no way I was gonna make it nowhere near the front.
Yeah. I got that picture, bro. I'm gonna probably post that picture. I got that picture, bro. It's Thursday. I put that joint for a Thursday. I got that, and we played, bro. We got a good.
You say you got it scanned?
Huh?
You got it scanned already? Or a digital version of it?
I probably do on my phone. I probably do, and I could probably send it to you. But I got that jump, bro.
If you got it, send it to me, and then we can post it on here, and so people can see it. So
I'm gonna see if I can find that jump, bro. But yeah, if we I got that picture, bro, and that's talking about a sea of people, bro, a sea of people, and we played, and I looked, just so happened to glance over, and I looked over, and Snoop Dogg, Love, Stomp Dog Love and PG. PG actually two of our original members, Pierre and Shop. That's their cousin.
Okay.
So he actually came. So he was there. He locked and really like, man, we got to stay. Like, man, y'all got it. And G and a lot of questions. People always ask me why I never did regular go-go and stuff like that. G was there. They was because they was playing after this, so they was watching us too. Was getting on stage, man. G real life came to me, was like, "Hey, bro, I don't ever want to see you in no club that I was in." I'm like, or that I made. He's like, "I don't want to see you in no club. I don't ever want to see you on a show with us unless it's one of these." I was like, "That." He's like, "Bro, that's different. That's different. That's different." So it was like those two things. Man, we was like, man, it's up from here. Because that, I mean, we do go, bro. Those are people who validated, you know what I'm saying, what we was doing, you know what I'm saying, outside the people. Because I'm talking about the people was just like, from there to this day, bro, I go anywhere in Northeast, just like, you know what I'm saying, anywhere, bro. People still remember that. People still resonate to it. And it helped a lot of people out. Yeah, bro, that jump. That was our first one. That just helped develop the sound. And again, like I said, this pre-tours, this before anything, so this straight back breakdowns, and I think that's what people realize and recognize with us and respect. It was like, man, they really respect congos, and they really, you know what I'm saying, wasn't noise, bro. It was like a lot of structured music, you know what I'm saying. And then with gospel go, I don't know, a lot of people don't realize, you know, it gotta make sense. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no cursing, ain't no, you know, explicit lyrics. It's real life. You gotta move the people, what you really you're saying, you know what I'm saying? And it's go-go, so it better be authentic too, you know what I mean? So, because people kind of looking at you, they hear gospel go-go, ready? I mean, just naturally they're going, you know what I'm saying, have a preconceived notion of what they think it's going to sound like. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate all the jokes, man. You know, what y'all Holy Ghost chopping and like all that stuff. It'd be crazy, bro. But then you just change people's perceptions when you get on that stage, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? So that's one thing that because we were so enthralled in the culture and stuff like that, we was able to do that. Like our timbali player, our percussionist, my best friend Ron, you know what I'm saying? He was No Impression's original timbali player. He's the original percussionist, you know what I mean? I went to Miss Shannon's house. Miss Shannon's very fond of us, you know, so we had Avery played, Jody played in the band, you know what I'm saying? So like we went to Flowers with them. So it was like, you know, we always had that. Our drummers, anything that a lot of people, bro, started off or came through with us, you know what I'm saying, before getting there. You know, our drummers was like, our first couple drummers was Out of Sight Mike. And then after Out of Sight, we had Lil Chris. We had Bush. So those are our drummers. They went to church with us. Those, you know what I'm saying? So we was, you know what I mean?
That was going.
Yeah. It was just crazy, man. Like I said, man, raw image love, man. Dave, rest in peace, Dave, Big Dave, their keyboard player, their lead keyboard player. He went to our church, spent time with us, came out practices, showed us, like, you know, as a, you know, I'm just writing stuff. He showed us 8 count. You know, they showed us turnarounds. He told us resets because our songs was just kind of, you know, looping. Like, nah, y'all got to chop that down. And, you know what I'm saying? Taught us about humility. You know what I'm saying? He's giving stories about stuff. Because at this time, when he joined the church, how they was kind of not on the decline, but it wasn't, things were shifting. You know what I'm saying? He was telling us how you stay humble, how you stay, you know, it's all about the people. It's never about y'all as a band. It's always about the people and supports, you know, people that support y'all. So we was just blessed, man, to really have people who was around. Our first feature ever, because Pastor Young, man, he's a crazy guy, bro. He used that third Sundays was youth Sundays. The main selection, you know, our churches, they got the choir and everything. The main selection was Mission, 15 minutes, crank up. During church, bro. During church, both services.
What year was this?
This was like 04, 05, bro. He would put us up right there, right before he preached, bro. It was, you know what I'm saying? He would put us up there, and yeah, here y'all go. Y'all got 15 minutes. He give us 15 minutes, man. Like, yeah, we was writing songs, and we was definitely doing the flipping of the songs and stuff like that. So we had, we would hit like, I think our set used to go like this. It was a cover of Smokey Norfolk, if you want it, not Smokey Norfolk, Smokey Robinson. If you want it, you got it forever. Like did that jump, the cruising. I love it when we praising together, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we just coming out. Then we hit them with it was like a timbali groove, which was find us in the church. So it was 50 Cent. Bum, bum, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Instead of in the club, it was that. Then we came up with Rubber Band Man. So we had our whole church. They would walk, they were loving that song. I wrote that joint, T.I., Rubber Band Man, wrote that over. You know what I'm saying? We had that joint going on. That was like who he is, Rubber Band Man, wild as a Taliban, Christ in my right, got the word in my other hand, just work the struggle, man, always a struggle, man. Thank you for my Lord and the word that he saved me. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Right.
Did that. And then I would rap over it, and then we had the song, the original song that we wrote was a breakdown, like a little backyard type beat, like a Unibomb type beat called Shakedown. So it's called Holy Ghost Shakedown. Then we kept using that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the main hook, people loved it, like Shakedown. You better be prepared for the breakdown. Christ coming back to hit your town. Can't run, can't hide. How you get found? Get ready to shake down. So it was like that. Loved it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that was our set. We'd do that. And sometimes Pastor Young when he, preach, like he'd do like the other things. He's like, man, that's y'all sermon. He would, and that's why I started realizing like that it's important to, when we doing these songs and when gospel gold bands are playing, you're preaching a sermon. Each song is a point in the sermon. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, that's your sermon right there. And I remember one time he did that. We played, he didn't preach. Invitation to Discipleship, 86 people joined church, bro. The crowd was wrapped around. 86 people joined church off of us playing.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yo, for real.
Yeah.
So at what point did Mission actually get exposed to other gospel go-go bands that was in your age range? Because I know at the time Exodus and Young Prophets were a little older than you.
Mad Chef Cafe. Gordon took us down there to the Mad Chef. It was ABC, 10 Commandments, ABC, 10 Commandments, Exodus.
Mm-hmm.
See ABC, I seen Curry, I seen Toe, I seen Bruce, I want to say. And my man who lived around Hilltop at the time, around Woodland Springs, my man was brother was Toe. So I seen him in there and I heard ABC and I was like, oh snap. These guys look decent. I knew Curry from around the way. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? I've seen Bruce before, and I'm like, oh, these dudes that I know, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, which really took us off, Tabernacle, bro.
Okay.
Young Prophets, Young Disciples. Yeah, and then I was so hip to everything. Every day I used to go to so I knew about the bands. So I didn't ever catch the wave of the Complex in the new place. I never caught that stuff. But I was hip to it because I used to always go to Psalms 150 website every day. And they had a little clip with all the bands, in the little promo jump. They said it was like you go to the little tab, and I would just watch this whole thing. I seen you. That's the first time I seen you. I seen Living Sacrifice. I used to look at the clips because Psalms 150 used to post the clips of the bands playing. And I was like, wow, ICB. So that's how I started doing. So I just started hitting shows. I would go and see. I went to the 5840 to see ICB before. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, this is all right. You know what I mean? So that's how I started getting exposed to all the other bands. We just started hitting shows. You know what I'm saying? Learning and resonating. And I think I went to an Ebenezer jump before. Anytime I could see something, we would just all mount up and just go. You know what I'm saying? But our main thing was we was going out to them shows as far as it was that Complex jump. Not the Complex, the Tabernacle. We was going out Laurel, you know what I'm saying? We was going out that jump and seeing all those bands.
Okay. So when was your first time playing with the rest or other gospel go-go band?
That was shout out to DK and Mickey from what's the name of Mickey band?
Posse for Christ. Our first showcase, DK put us on. He seen us play, and DK just kind of had us under his wing. And he's like, I'm gonna put you on the show, man. We got this show. And our first showcase was Posse for Christ and Mission at the church is right there off Branch Avenue. Right off Branch Avenue in the cut. River Life?
Not River Life. I can't think. something rock, Southern Rock.
Okay.
Southern Rock, right there on Branch Avenue. That
Oh,
was
by
our
the
first
by the Chevy dealership. Is
yeah,
that right?
Yeah. That was our first show. Mickey heard us and was like, yeah, y'all about to change everything. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, that's real. You know what I'm saying? So that was our first showcase. And from there, you know what I'm saying, DK, man, he poured into us, man, heavy. He was like, man, he poured into us like everything, man. Really showed his game. I bought DK and them CD from PA Palace. I think they were like the only gospel go-go band in PA Palace at the time. I bought their jump. I think it was I forget what band it was. You know, he had like 50 million band names. I forget what band it was. Something it wasn't Living Proof. Dang, what was the name of this band, man? Well, it was an old band, but yeah, one of his first bands. I had that CD, and yeah. So that's after that, man. We did that. That was the first time we did any type of showcase with any band, and from there we were straight. You know what I'm saying?
So Folly said Unseen. Was it Unseen?
Yeah, Unseen.
Okay.
Yes, Unseen. Yeah.
That's what's up. History. I tell you. DK, he has definitely have been.
He on that Rushmore. He on that Mount Rushmore for sure. For sure. Like he done carried this beyond. I mean, I seen the John said, man, hold up, bro. This man took gospel go on Bobby Jones, man. He the GOAT. You gotta take your hat off, bro. That's the ultimate, like, you know what I mean? He was in every era and everything. So yeah.
That's what's up. So, all right, so y'all played your first show, right? Mm-hmm. What was the reaction of the people at the show and the young folks?
That was cool. Like I said, that was post before we kind of still had the same thing. That was the first time that we by this time we had actually started implementing the bounce beat into our set. Like, so I remember Mickey telling me not to worry about it because, you know what I'm saying, a couple of people they was telling, they said that wasn't of God what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? They was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? We was a couple people like, nah, we ain't y'all taking it too far. You know what I'm saying? So that was the reaction that we got, but that was from a different demographic. The other demographic who looked just like us was loving it. Like oh my God, you know what I'm saying? They're like, hold up, like I know that, you know what I'm saying? And that's how our response was to the people, the naysayers, was, well, how you know what that is? Why are you attributing that to something negative? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing negative about it, you know? So that was the reaction that we got. But Mickey says that, man, y'all gotta do y'all. He said, man, that's what you see that? They asking when y'all coming back. That's what we want. You know what I mean? So and he said, I ain't doing that. So he was like, that was his reaction to it, you know what I'm saying? So he encouraged us, man, to not to be discouraged by what is not the norm, you know what I mean? We met that a lot. Like for a lot of churches we played at, man, people told people to turn our sound off. Pastors and told us to shut it down. Like, nah, we ain't, you know what I'm saying? Man, we was rebuked and all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't, you know, what can you do? This is what God told us to do, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing to, you know, somebody got to go through the door first, you know what I'm saying? You got to take it, you know what I mean? And years later, it came full circle because now, you know what I'm saying? What it became is like, oh, all right, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was cool, you know what I'm saying? You got to take the good with the bad. We was straight, you know what I'm saying? We was able to withstand it because we always came from unorthodox things, you know what I'm saying? Like, my church was unorthodox, you know what I'm saying? My pastor was unorthodox. Everything that I seen was I'm in an unorthodox thing. Gospel goes unorthodox. That's not something that, you know what I'm saying? I listened to two interview and Tony interview and possibly not Possible for Christ, well Quab and them. What's the name of that man?
Oh,
POC. I listened to it. So I've been listening to all your interviews. I'm listening to their interviews, bro. Like, doors had to be kicked down, bro. Like, what they was doing, people was telling us not a God. D-Rock interview. Like, he said, man, we was getting carried. Like, You know, he was telling us, what are y'all like? Y'all are going to hell. You know what I'm saying? For playing go-go and trying to say it's gospel. You know what I mean? So everything is a succession, bro. If they had to take it, why wouldn't we be able? You know what I'm saying? If they didn't trust God and honor God and what, you know what I'm saying, their mission was, it wouldn't have reached me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been able to see it. You know what I mean? So it was crazy, man. Like I said, man, my pastor is just, it was weird, man. We played at the tunnel with Exodus and Raw Image and stuff. We played there. We played with them. You know, so I've been playing in clubs. Like he putting gospel go-go bands in clubs. You know what I'm saying? Exodus and all that other stuff at a gun buyback show. This was a gun buyback show at the tunnel. So people was bringing their guns to, you know what I'm saying, get into a mission. You know what I mean? So unorthodox and going against what's the norm has always been a part and enthralled with us. So it's like we're not afraid of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And the police end up coming to our church and kicking the doors down like we did something wrong, you know what I mean? To come get these guns that y'all ain't want to come get off the street that we got. You know what I mean? And he used go-go to do it. And gospel go-go bands to do it, bro. These are ideas that's just, you know what I mean, that don't come across, you know what I mean? And to be a part of those histories, bro, is an honor, bro. You know what I'm saying? By being obedient. So, you know, people saying that the bounce beat wasn't of God, bro. Fast forward, you can't tell me. I was at the Victory show when Radical played. How that ain't God? I was there. Bro. I was there, dog.
True.
I was there, bro. So that guy, I don't even know. I forgot what they called that thing, man. I was like, bro, like, you know what I mean. So and again, what if we listen to the naysayers, bro? Is they radical?
True.
You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this then. So, from my understanding, Mission was the first gospel go-go band to actually do the bounce beat.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So, tell us the story of how y'all decided to do bounce beat.
The youngest member that we had was my man Shock. Shock was he was going to Golson at the time, and he came to practice. We did a show. We did a show out. What did we do? Oh, it was at our church. It was us and TCB. And,
okay.
When we played with them, this is my first time hearing it live. Block was playing the set at the time, but I've heard it. You know what I'm saying? I used to hear it. I just thought it was me personally, I thought it was too fast. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's fast. That's, you know what I mean? I wasn't really, you know what I mean? I'm still on like Raw Image. I'm on Backyard. I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? So I heard it, and then Shock was like, he came to practice, and he was like, bro, we should start bouncing. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, bro, we should start bouncing, bro. Like, for real, bro. We can't, you know what I mean? I mean, in school, bro, like, we got to, bro. We got to turn it up, bro. I'm like, I don't know. But we put it, we did a part. Little Chris was kicking at the time. And I think Chris was paying for MOB at the time. So while we was in that gym, we was like, all right, cool. We put that part on it. Like I said, Ron was playing with No Impressions at the time, but No Impressions at that time wasn't even bouncing. They was straight, you know what I'm saying? They was this that CCB time, you know what I'm saying? So it's breakdowns, and so it's like we played it, put it to it, and I was like, oh, all right, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like from there. So I attribute all that to Shock. Like Shock was the one who, you know what I'm saying, again, going against what, you know what I'm saying, what the norm is, you know what I'm saying, man, I'm trying to write songs like The Game. I'm trying to write songs like Rolling for EJ and them with Young Prophets, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to write those songs. Rolling, like I'm trying to write those. I'm trying to figure out how we get in that bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at J-Mo. I'm looking at Elmo. I'm looking at these dudes like, bruh, Drew. I'm like, bruh, we gotta, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but again, Shaw was like, bruh, he's tapped into it. And again, our thing is how we gonna get the people that we love, you know what I'm saying, to experience this Christ and experience however they can get it. What can we do to draw? You know what I'm saying? So if that's what it is, bro, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Shock was even telling me like, bro, what we doing, bro? Put the claps to it, this, that, third. We ain't really put the claps to it at the time, but we did a lot of stuff, bro. We put cowbells to it. You know what I'm saying? Just to be different. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we did that, bro. You know what I mean? And that's where it did that. And once it got to there, yeah, bro, it was up for me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I remember when I first started Gospel Go-Go 411,
Mm-hmm.
I was on a show at the bowling alley with
Ten Commandments,
right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that show, because I done heard some stories about that one.
Tony, man, Tony, bro, he put us on that jump. That's man. That Tony 10 Commandments, man. He another one because we started doing shows. He had us on shows with him. We started doing Living Waters and stuff like that, right? So we was going out there out only, and then he was like, "Man, y'all my nephews, you my nephews." So he'd call me, you know what I'm saying? These are celebrities to me, bro. You's a celebrity to me, bro. Like I be looking at it like, bro, that's like, bro, you know what that is, bro? When I see you play, like, bro, that's a dude Ty, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like for real, like that. Y'all was celebrities to me. So anytime I was able to get those type of connections, bro, I just kind of, you know what I mean. So he told me he was playing. He's like, nephew, I got to join the bowling alley. I want y'all to play. I'm like, at a bowling alley. He's like, yeah, right there, one right there on St. Barnabas. I'm like, sure, all right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's crazy. Me and my man Mouse was just talking about it, and I went to go get a windshield fixed for a customer day. It was at that bowling alley, bro. It was crazy. I remember being in this jump and having that whole bowling alley. They weren't even trying to bowl no more, bro. They was messing with us, bro. I was like, and that's what people, we always used to get them questions, you know, like, man, why y'all not down at I think this would be the time where it'll be like the La Pearl. Why y'all ain't at the La Pearl? Why y'all ain't playing at the La Pearl, bro? Y'all supposed to be down the show. You know what I'm saying? And it's drinks flowing, all different things, bro. Like to step outside of that and start saying, man, we're gonna do something different. And you know, that was just a major that was one of the things I always will never forget, you know what I'm saying, about that show. It was cool. Again, took us to another catapult, you know what I'm saying, of being exposed to again what God can do, you know what I'm saying, once you locked in with him, you know what I'm saying, and not wavering, you know what I'm saying, because we at that age, bro, where it's like, yeah, those things are going on, and you want notoriety, you want, you know, people to know who you are, and you fighting against all that as a young person, you know what I'm saying, but sticking to your guns of, you know, like Exodus had this song, bro, for Christ I live, for Christ I die. We won't go with that. We're gonna go down swinging with that. So yeah, that was one of the ones that I appreciated it. That was my first time being on T-Mont Go-Go. I don't know if people know that, but I was heavy on that stuff, you know what I'm saying? People had us on a PA discussion board. So that show opened up all that. You know what I'm saying? Like if people just get into that space of being on those type of things, stuff that I would just go to look in because I'm a student of this stuff and be like, I had people actually mentioning us on in our way, bro. We ain't compromising. You know what I'm saying? He's saying Jesus in mostly every song.
So at that time, what was y'all the song that was a fan favorite at that time?
It was still Shakedown. It was Shakedown. We just added different parts to it on the breakdown. Lloyd had a song called Get It Shorty. So we put that hook in there with the beat, you know what I'm saying? What else did we have? We had this song, I forget the name of the song, but it was slow bounce. It had a slow bounce in it. All that. Like I said, DK, man, he put us on, bro. Like because we had that song, we got the little slow bounce part because he had us in the show somewhere on C Street. It was us and ABM. And us and ABM it was like we was like beefing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And that was like,
really?
Yeah. Shooter's my man now, like, you know what I'm saying? But it was because it was a competitive nature. Like they heard us play and was like, man, you know what I mean? And it happened a lot of times. We played with a lot of these bands, and he was just like, you know, he had said something, you know what I'm saying? And we still men at the end of the day. We said something too, like, you know what I'm saying? But we had went to this show, and we both was on the show, and it's one of their biggest viral videos. It's the first time I ever heard the slow bounce. I was like, oh, it's different on that side, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, to answer your question, that was probably it right there.
Okay. So you say y'all got kicked out of some churches. Mm-hmm. I think that's a rite of passage.
Yeah. You crank it when they get their wife.
You might not have been a real gospel.
Yeah. You ain't a rebel, bro. You ain't rebel enough. You ain't get a church and kick you out. You ain't radical enough. You ain't really standing on nothing. If you ain't meet no adversity. If everybody like what you're doing, you kind of gotta, as a Christian, if everybody like you, bro, I don't know how much of a Christian you really are, bro. Because you gotta stand for stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a chameleon. That means you conforming in some type of way if everybody like you. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I don't never trip off. If everybody like me, I gotta start. I'm like, I gotta look at myself because I'm conforming too much. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm people pleasing. You know what I mean? So I don't never bother me.
True. So after the bowling, matter of fact, what church was affiliated with that bowling? What was going on?
I want to say Tony threw that show. I don't know if it was his church. It might have been River of Life, if I'm mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, it might have been a River of Life thing, like a youth young adult type thing. Yeah, I think that's what it was. They was doing a bowling thing, and then had the bands come. It was like that. I mean, that was the first of anything. I don't know if on the other side they did shows at bowling alleys, but that's the first time I ever been on something like that. It was cool. We was right there at the front of the joint because I'm trying to figure out how we play, but they had to set up real nice. That's
what's up. Yeah. So that was around what 2000.
I go by my kid. Yeah, that's probably like around 2000. Well, fast, like around 08, 09.
08, 09. Okay.
08, 09, something like that. But I don't know. I don't know if that was before, because we did we did New Year's with Exodus. I don't know if it was New Year's or something for Ebenezer of Crystal Skate. I don't know if it was a back to school or something, but we did it was us and Exodus up Chris. No, and that was the first time I heard CRB. So it was CRB, us, and Exodus at the at Crystal Skate.
Okay.
So that was my first time seeing CRB.
So CRB, Critical Revelation, and Mission Band, y'all in the same age range.
Yeah. Right? Me and Brent the same. I think Brent like a year younger than me. But yeah, me, Brent, Jimmy, we all like the same age. Yeah, and Jimmy was the lead mic at the time. It wasn't even Brent. Brent was on the set.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So Jimmy was the lead mic.
Okay. All right. So jumping forward a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. So at what point did the Bounce Beat Go-Go community know who Mission was?
This would be jumping back. So it was like 06, 07. Antonio the Cuban Cigar Smoker was doing the Block is Hot tour for WPGC. And the first stop was us. It was at my church. So it was us, CCB, and What Band down there. So it was us, CCB, and What Band. Bro, we always be in these positions where I think at this show, when What Band first came out, Umbrella was one of their biggest songs. Umbrella. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That jump. So, that's crazy. And it was CCB. And then so I think we played after CCB, and then What Band closed the show out. Antonio Cuban Cigar Smoker was like, hey, bro, took us on the tour with him. So it was us and CCB. And those things kind of, got people. We always, like I said, we did the gun buy back. So all the bands always knew who we was, because we never really, our first Gospel Go-Go show came almost, years after us always playing with regular bands. You know what I'm saying? So we'd already played with Red Essence. We'd already played with Backyard Twice. We played with ABM, played with MOB. We played with all the bands. You know what I'm saying? So we was always, people almost looked at us as a regular band before, they just be saying Jesus. That was the whole thing. Bro, you know what I'm saying? So we didn't already play at clubs and everything at this point in time. So it was just, that's what it was. I think it's the opposite for us. The world already knew about us before Gospel Go-Go knew about us.
Okay. That is, like you said, y'all always take a unique path to whatever y'all doing. Yeah, that's probably been the most unique path as a Gospel Go-Go band, because it's always has been traditionally the opposite. Yeah, like you start your base in church, and then everybody else get to know who you are. Yeah, but y'all started the opposite. So y'all have always had a divine mission, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And I be thank God for it because then from there, like I said, the show with Vicky came later. We had already we was doing our own club. I was running my own club down my church. You know what I'm saying? So I did this club called Club New Creations. You know what I'm saying? $3 at the door. It was like every other Friday. We was doing that jump. And the line used to be, bro, we started it. I remember we did $3 at the door. Our first show, we made $773. You know what I'm saying? And I had Sean. Sean was my sound man. Paid him $400. Gave the rest to my church, you know what I'm saying? Kickback for whatever, you know what I'm saying? We just doing it for the love, man. Like we kept doing it. The line pastor used to call me like, hey man, what time y'all starting? I'm like, should we start at 7? He's like, we was doing it from 7 to 11. That's when I first met Peculiar People. Peculiar People came on the jump. And the first time I heard them, I was like, yo, they had all the old heads. They was like, yeah, youngin', y'all cool, but yeah, we like them. Cause they was crazy, bro. We doing Rototons. Peculiar People right here with it, you know what I'm saying? And then again, bro, it's just I love gospel go-go so much, bro. This is my passion, bro. I'm smiling saying this, bro. I've been smiling this in a long time. This is just, it means so much to me. Like Dre, another person, bro. Like that pen is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I thought I could rap. I know I could rap, but Cliff really raps, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Cliff really raps, bro. You know what I'm saying? I rap and I know I'm good. Cliff tell me I'm good. But I knew Cliff. Like when I seen him, I said, oh, that's my man that was freestyling of flowers in the cafeteria. Had everybody going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it be like real connections here. You know what I'm saying? Sandman and all them, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like that was different. And they was my age, bro, cranking like that. I'm like, bro, this is something. Bro, what in the Northeast rules is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, bro. I told my band and I said, hey, bro, ain't no congos tonight, bro. They done already did it, bro. You know what I'm saying? My man was nice on the congos, but he wasn't saying, man, bro. he wasn't twin, bro. He was not, bro. Blue, and then they was so locked in, bro. Like, yeah, man. Like, yeah, you had to be there, bro. These things, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we did that. And that's how it always was just so much love because all of us sound different. All of us stuck to our lanes, bro. We not, you got natural competition. Everybody went, and that's what drives the shows to be better because, okay, they was cranking. Well, what we about to do? You know what I'm saying? And it's all the good thing about it. It's not competition of division. It's competition of, okay, this is the standard that they set. We got to keep it here because we don't need people going because it's a band down the street. Regular bands are down the street. You know what I'm saying? We got to be that and 10 times more. You know what I'm saying? Better than gospel, than the regular go-go bands. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how that worked for us. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it going, bro.
True. We got a question from Pastor Damon, aka D-Rock.
Okay.
What kept you open to try new stuff?
What kept us open to try new stuff was if anything, before we do anything, it was asking God to direct our path. You know what I'm saying? Order our steps. So that's what we tried. Anything that was new was just really God directed. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't had no blueprint. We didn't know what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? We just knew that there's a bunch of guys who love Jesus, had a very strong passion for brotherhood, and then just our common link is that we all like go-go. That was it. And we liked doing it, and it kept us, because you step into this realm, when people start doing that, for being a gospel go band, now it comes a charge and a purpose of you have to, for the most part, bro, you held to a different standard. So it is what it is on that. So that's what kept us to try and do new stuff, is just trying to be, we all just had a real passion for our friends and our neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? So we wanted to make sure that, because if you came to my church, bro, we had the dudes from around my way was coming on Sundays, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like, oh, bro, here, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go check them out, you know what I'm saying? I want to see, you know what I mean? And it was coming to Bible study, bro. We wasn't playing all this, so we played third Sundays, you know what I'm saying? Any other Sunday, they was there. So that's what happens to be, you know what I'm saying, try new stuff to make sure that we keeping people enthralled to what God is doing in our lives. And it just translated that to other people's lives, you know what I'm saying? So that's what kept us to do order it, you know what I'm saying? Listen, being obedient to what God was saying, you know what I'm saying, is what kept us to be able to do new stuff, because he knew what's the next plan for us. He knew he knew who he was trying to reach, you know what I'm saying, and that we was just the vessel that he was using at that particular time. So that's what kept us being able, if it was new, it was God being like, okay, this is y'all season to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Okay, so Andre or Dre from Peculiar People says, Mission had the streets, niggas was cranking, anointed and fearless.
Yeah, but Dre and them was too though. Dre and them was in that joint. Dre and them was theologically able to battle pastors and stuff like that, bro. Them battles was in their word, bro. Like it was in us to just be with, but Dre and them knew how to. Well, I probably wouldn't be able to articulate. He could articulate it and really be like, go bar for bar, word for word, scripture for scripture with, you know what I'm saying, with this. So they was doing their thing too, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, everybody accepted their role, you know what I'm saying? It's a body of Christ. It's a body for a reason. We was just a finger, you know what I'm saying, or a leg or arm, where, you know, draining the arm, and Exodus was the, you know, eyelid or eyeball. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was just a piece of the body. So we was doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? To whatever. But that was just our lane, you know what I'm saying? We knew our lane, you know what I'm saying? Like we was really outside, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and it helped, you know what I'm saying? We gave, and it translated later on a lot of, if you see a lot of people, man, that's playing go-go now, bro, they even came, I mean, shoot, gospel go-go running not real go, gospel go running the regular go-go side.
True. So check this out. We got another one from the comments here. David Vendale. I believe that's Pastor Vendale, right? He says, I'm going to tell my grandkids this was Mike Tomlin and Marshawn Lynch. I tell you, we look like some folk, you know, we from time to time, you know.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey man, there was a time when they thought me and you was brothers when we had the dreads. I still got that picture, yeah. I got that picture, bro, with the 3G411 background.
Man, I tell you, hey, we brothers. That's real.
Just it's two guys, bro. That little G's that got dreads, bro.
Yeah. That's funny, yo. All right, so from Edward Price, when you all were rejected from churches, what was your thought process? How did you process that, and what moves did you make to keep going?
Like I said, when we was getting rejected, we took it as like you said, we took it as a stripe of honor, because that means that, you know what I'm saying, first of all, we wasn't looking at us. We want to look inward out, you know what I'm saying? But at the same point in time, if you're looking at this beat and equating that beat to something negatively, well, how did you know about it? You know what I'm saying? Why you listening to that? If you thought it was, how would you know? Because if you was so locked into it, traditionally what God is telling you to do, you would have never even heard it. It's just been a new sound to you, you know what I'm saying? So if you're equating that to a TCB or equating that to whatever these bands, you know what I'm saying, what you was calling to, that's kind of on you. We had tunnel vision to what God told us to do, you know what I'm saying? Our process, we did it feel good? No, it hurt, because, you know, we know as Christians, man, church hurt is kind of one of the worst hurts, because, you know, we could be at the time, bro, Ben was hitting us, asking us to come do the little pearls, and, you know what I'm saying, it was asking us, you know, but not asking us to change it, but we know, you know, playing in those realms would change in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? So we sticking boldly standing for Christ, and to have people who's supposed to be the same body telling us what we're doing is causing damnation can hurt, you know what I'm saying? But the moves that we made to keep it going was to just go harder, you know what I'm saying? We just went harder. We just went even crazier, you know what I'm saying? We focused more so on original songs and seeing because we knew we could cover a song easily. Let's do it these originals. Let's really lock in, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, address these topics. And that's where the ministry started saying what we doing outside of the music, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, on stage, that's that. But what we really doing off stage, that's going to translate to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we start getting into the community and doing stuff that we were just doing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was giving away stuff, whether it was pulling up. We had this thing called foot soldiers. We was going into the hot zones and doing ministry. You know what I'm saying? Pulling up, standing outside. It was a John around Clay Terrace where we played at, and the show we wasn't supposed to play until I think 6. We was out there at 11. We done ran. We was dirty as a mud by the time we played because we done balled our day. We outside. We in people's houses. We playing the game, but that's ministry. You know what I'm saying? Because once you play, now we just all chilling. It's just family out here. You know what I'm saying? And we went spot to spot. You know what I'm saying? Doing that, and we did that around Trinidad, and that's what made us to keep going. That's how we process. Because okay, cool, y'all can. We don't have to play here. We'll play right here. You know what I'm saying? We'll play right here where it's real work being done. You know what I mean? So I would equate playing in churches almost like we looked at it like, remember when ESPN on Sundays they show the dudes fishing? They grab the fish, but guess once they show you the fish, what they do? Throw it right back.
Throw it right back, yeah.
That's what playing in the church for. They already got it. They hit it. Got some fish. They was here already. We try and go out here and get some big game. So that's how we took it. That's how we processed that. We outside. But we ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? We ain't throwing them back. We getting them and keeping them. You know what I'm saying? And then what was their thing was the tabernacle was church for me on that Saturday. That was church. You know what I'm saying? That's how we wanted to be. We wanted people to come see Mission and people come hurt us, bro. They carrying that for the whole weekend. Put it on CD. And they carrying that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they, that's when the words and them lyrics really just translate. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So Edward Price is actually EJ.
Yeah. I promise.
This screen look a little small. You can't really So
yeah, that's EJ, bro. That's my man. I took a lot from EJ, bro. A lot. Me and EJ talk to this day. You know what I'm saying? EJ helped me in real life situations, being a dad and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's my guy right there.
Hey, if you need an electrician,
master electrician. You know what I'm saying? Master electrician. Man, EJ working on something, man. We trying to bring a whole trade school academy, bro, to the area, bro. He a master electrician. I'm doing my thing. We looking for a plumber. We trying to bring a whole academy, bro.
You got a plumber. You got
Joe. Oh, Joe. Yeah, master plumber. Yeah. So we'll do that, man. We put a whole academy together, bro, and put the play together. You know what I'm saying? We try to have a whole academy, trades. You know what I'm saying? Black entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Doing our thing.
Hey, salute you three gentlemen.
Yeah,
pulling it together and putting it together for real.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. We got another one. Nerd Kinga. Is the gospel go-go scene dead now? It's not like it was back then, even with regular go-go.
Yeah, I wouldn't say dead. You know what I'm saying? You got bands like True Worshipers doing their thing, Out the Box Experience, Body of Evidence. I forget Mickey's new project name, but you have bands doing their thing. I think seasons things are seasonal. You know what I'm saying? When people get into different folds of life, when we was doing it, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at a lot of the guys, man, band members, man, they got kids that's in college, and you know what I'm saying? It priority home is your first ministry, you know what I'm saying? So what people are doing in these bands that was doing things, they kind of just transition to doing what they're still being obedient to what God say do, which is taking care of home first. And I think if that entails you from being able to transition or pivot away from music, you know what I'm saying, for a time being, that's what it is. I think we all love to do it. I think we all talk, and if any bands, if it was a thing to do it, it takes a lot of stuff. People only see the bands getting up there cranking. You got to promote. You got to find places to play. And like he said, the second thing of it, even with regular go, it's decline. It's different. from what it was then. You know what I'm saying? It was different from what that stuff was going on there. So you see a transition. A lot of stuff is going from where this area was mostly dominated by rap, by go-go. Now it's dominated by, you know what I'm saying, rap. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not people not listening to go-go. The regular go-go scene as what their golden era was. You know what I'm saying? Because it's seasons. You know what I'm saying? I think what you do now, what us as gospel go-go, what we can do now is look at what's going on and how we always done. We seen what was going on and let it translate and affect culture that way. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest things that we was doing was we see what live and this and the third, bro. We could get on Twitch and broadcast shows. We could get on live when the pandemic was popping on, bro. We took over streaming. I know I streamed with crazy. You did our jump. You know what I'm saying? I streamed with crazy during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? It's those things. You know what I'm saying? For me. I just want everything to make sense, you know what I'm saying, for us, because at these times it's so imperative that the message resonates and that the voice and whatever we're saying is really just driving home to what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think God is going, he said the Ross will cry out before he not get his just due. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to raise up, just like when we started playing the bounce beat, but we had stopped playing. What did God do? He used you to revamp the whole. Now is majority bounce. You know what I'm saying? When you start doing your thing with the promote, bro, we Wanted Bad, Elevated Vision, CRB, Radical Praise, man, bands just from everywhere. Walk by Faith, man, it was everywhere, bro. And that was a golden time. And look what has raised up, bro. I look on Zion. I'm looking at everybody from KB to Dave and Steph. It's all homegrown for gospel go-go.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can't see the impact, the scene is always the scene. You know what I'm saying? I think that what we charged to do is just making sure that again we tap in and listen to what God is saying to do in our next phase. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing in our next phase. Just making it relatable to what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? It's a different time right now. You know what I'm saying? But the scene at any point in time, man, we can shake the game up. You know what I'm saying? Me, you can get in the conversation. We could call Brett, we could call whatever, and we could say, hey, bruh, Thanksgiving, we doing a show. And it's what? The scene is the scene.
That
you know
is true.
Saying? Rest in peace to my man Smoke. You know what I'm saying? My man Smoke in his passing, you know what I'm saying? Again, we shook the game up. That was what, 3 years ago? Martinis. Packed out. You know what I'm saying? The community showed up, man. We was able to, you know what I'm saying, lay our man to rest, you know what I'm saying, from what the scene did. You know what I'm saying? So it can never be dead, because that's like saying God is dead. And he's never dead. It's a transition, you know what I'm saying, season. And we have to just support the bands that's holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Support true worshipers. You know what I'm saying? Support true worshipers just did art all night. I seen the clip. They was cringing. You know what I'm saying? Kurt, he's still playing weekly. You know what I'm saying?
Playing like 3-4 times a week.
Yeah. Out the box cranking. They about to just do the jump. I seen they about to be Reed Temple jump. National show. The scene, bro. It's just, you know, what you support. If you ain't supporting, you ain't important. So that's what that is.
You know what? Let's do a quick commercial.
Yes, sir.
Real quick. Hold on. I gotta get the verbiage here. Hold on. Give me a second here. Normally I be on top of this. My bad, everybody. All right. So, you know, since Wayne has brought it up, let's talk about it for a second.
Yeah.
Let me get this here.
Yeah.
So, all right.
You see them? See them names on top, man? Look at how people's looking sweet.
Yep. All right. So Gospel Go-Go is still alive. Out the Box Experience is performing at the 2025 Spirit of Praise, featuring Yolanda Adams, J.J. Harrison, Lisa Page Brooks, Bashawn Mitchell, and more. Don't miss the rebirth of the movement. Get your tickets online at praisedc.com. So, out the box experiences, bringing that gospel go-go, bringing that gospel go-go crank to the spirit of praise. And that's brought to you by Praise 104.1, Wells Fargo, and Spirit, the radio station out there in Baltimore. And this will be Saturday, October the 11th, 2025, which is in a few days. That's going to be at Reed Temple AME Church. Get your tickets. You don't want to miss it. Trust me. All right. So
they got this in there, man. They got Ty. Ty was what? Psalms 150. They got Sis and Ernest from Young Disciples. Come on, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Tony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, y'all don't want to miss it. You never know. Mission might be on 2026. Who knows?
Yeah. Now for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even with us, man, we gotta we dropping, you know what I'm saying? We got it's like the 20-year anniversary. So out of 20-year anniversary, and with that, you know what I'm saying, it's also a 20-year anniversary of a song that was very impactful for me. So, you know, we dropping the single, we doing the remix to Walk from Exodus. You know what I'm saying? I talked to CJ. So we put mission, we put some mission on there. We put mission on that Walk jump. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to Drew. We're gonna put that together. So we doing that. And then, you know, January, top of January, Jeff and rest in peace Jeff and rest in peace Smoke. Both of their birthdays in January. So we were doing a show in January, you know what I'm saying? So with a whole album coming. So we dropping, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said, different. We gotta approach this thing like how we gotta approach it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, albums, you know what I'm saying? Content, you know what I mean? All that. So leading up to that show, we're gonna be having, you know what I'm saying, streams of chronic, you know what I'm saying, basically documenting everything leading up to everything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get singles in between there, y'all gonna get music videos, all that stuff in between that time from, you know what I'm saying, from next month up until January. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you do it. You know what I mean? You just gotta you figure out, okay, this was going on. Where do we fit in with the lane of what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's what's up. So just in case y'all ain't aware, y'all have been made aware.
Yeah, January 26th, we coming.
January 26th.
Yeah.
Y'all got your spot already? Location?
It's either right back down in Martinis, or we gonna go find a bigger venue. You know what I'm saying? That's how we want to impact it. I want inclusionary for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Inclusionary for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We have some sort of a formula. We're gonna stick to it. You know what I'm saying? We want everybody to be included. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. We're gonna do that. Dominique, everybody, bro. Everybody. What's my boy name? Scotty. You know what I'm saying? We done took some. You know, so that's why that's where the whole Walk thing come from. You know what I'm saying? Tribute to Scotty, tribute to Exodus, and tribute to everything that was going on before. You know what I'm saying? What got us here. So, and Walk just, you know, Walk kind of had a little bounce to it too. You know what I'm saying? That little Drew pattern was that joke. That joke was nice. That's like, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Just to shout out the movement and make sure that everything is, you know what I'm saying, you know, how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. So January 26th.
Yeah, but January 2026. That's what it's gonna be. So I don't know what date. We're gonna figure out a date, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna celebrate our guys' B-days, and then that's how we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. The only bet I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna holler at my boy. I'm gonna try to get my man. I'm gonna try to get my man Reyes on there, man. We could get Mission and Radical. let's pray on that. We're gonna go Mission and Radical so we can honor Pop Smooth too, man. That was my man. You know what I'm saying? So that was my man. So we do Pop Smooth, rest in peace Drake, rest in peace Smoke, rest in peace Jeff, man. We're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But even if we don't get the full band, we definitely going for sure. I know for sure we're gonna have my man. We're gonna have my man Reyes with us. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Hey, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah. Oh, we got to, bro. We gotta. You know, we link up, bro. I still look at that. Everybody was loving that stream, man, from Martinis, man. That thing was, you know what I'm saying? bro. We did some things, bro. Pastor 23.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I call what's the name? The Rucker Parker Gospel Go-Go, man. What was that? Shout out to Crouch family, man. We was I forget the name of their church, man. Garment of Praise, boy.
Garment of Praise, yeah.
Garment of Praise, boy. What's the name was like? When we do the all white jump, man? When you do the all white at? What's the name of that church?
Which
across the street from VCMI.
I can't even recall the name of the church, but it was right next to
Bexley Place.
Bexley Place. That's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah, bro. So, man, you know, we about to, you know, you know what I'm saying. We had some spots, bro. Zoe spot over there off 44th.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to that pastor. You know, he passed away. That's crazy. But yeah, bro. We had some, you know what I'm saying? My brother's place, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Water Band. 360. The 360 was crazy, bro. 360 was whew. I know I lost weight leaving out the 360 though. That 360, man. I remember Rick came in there and did the chop train with Water Band. I was like, boy, yeah, culture, bro. I even Remnant, man. You know what I'm saying? That joke, I used to go up there. I'm talking about the Remnant when it was over there off McCormick. You know what I'm saying? So VCMI, the Go-Go Festival VCMI, you know, that was crazy. Again, I remember that one. Radical boy put up numbers.
I see you got your brother in. Dez is in the building.
Yeah. Dez in there. Shoot, the underground, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Brent.
Yeah.
You know?
Man.
But he's impactful, bro. And these bounce beat, man. I used to look, man, these bounce beat, I'm like, dang, bro. They used to always make me feel like, again, bro, God being a vessel, you know what I'm saying? Like introducing and having all these bands come up in that, man. It's just, you know, we did our thing, bro. This logo that you got, man, is impactful. I might get that on a chain, bro. Let me get that. That logo crazy.
Hey, I send it to you. No worries, brother.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But we definitely the stream. Like his question was an important question. I'm glad he asked that question because now the scene ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, we just gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We gotta figure out obedience is better than sacrifice, bro. Once a group of us be obedient to what we got going on, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be all right. He'll raise up another thing. Like again, bro, like I said, we wasn't playing. And like I said, God raised a whole new generation of people that was playing bounce beat go-go, gospel go-go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of stuff, right? My man High Heights, you know what I'm saying? My man Rod RJ, he had a joint out there, you know what I'm saying? He had his spot all the way out there. Like, it was on all corners. DC, Maryland, you know what I'm saying? All that.
Yeah. You can also see DJ Grande said Icebox.
Oh, that's my man Biggie, Icebox. Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about. I think looking at the complex, right?
Nah, the complex.
Complex was a complex.
Nah, that's two different spots.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, the Icebox was Kenny had the Icebox, right? And then the complex.
Yeah.
They had the baby plex, all them jumps.
All of the plexes.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Hey, you got everybody in here tonight, man.
Man, you know, man, people, you know, I bring them out, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at everybody, man. Family affair, man. Family affair. See, walk by faith, man. It's all good, man. You know, that's why I said, brother, scene can never die, man. Maybe that's God speaking to me, man, to get back, get active. You know what I'm saying? Get active. Because it's people that, you know what I'm saying, need it and want it. So, you know, we're gonna definitely do that.
So name some of the members of Mission throughout the years, throughout the day.
Throughout the years. Shoot. Man. So I know me, the originals was like me, Big Ron, My brother, my man Shop, my man Pierre, my man Dre, my man Mouse, um, and then like when people seen us on the scene, like I said, we had Lil Mike, we had Lil Chris, we had my man Darren at one point in time. Then we started transitioning to our first bass player was my man G, uh, and we had my man Rocky, and then Jeff started playing. Then we got linked up with Smoke, called City, what I'm saying, Smoke. Uh, um, and then it started transitioning. We got Lord Jeff, and I got Boogie. Boogie was an intricate part of us. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, um, Donnie, my man Ronell. Ronell took us to a whole our keyboard player, man. My man Ronell, I owe a lot to him. He took us to a whole nother level when it comes to musical, man. Like musically with them keyboards, them beats that he had, bro. That's where we started going with Because and Shorties and all those came from Ronell. Like all that. That was Ronell would send me the stuff on the beats, make it from his keyboard, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? With me being a writer, it challenged me. So we went, then I got my man Smooth. Smooth changed the game with how he's playing the bass, you know what I'm saying? Smooth brought that over. We had what's my man Eddie Ambition. We had little Manny with us, you know what I'm saying? Manny was like 9 years old coming to get on with us and stuff like that. Manny was everywhere. He was with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But we had Manny, man, bro, Mike, and a lot of people came through, man. A lot of people came through, man. Don, like I said, Donnie, DP. We had a lot of people that came through, man, that helped us just to really hone our sound and take things to another level. Then later on we got Chubbs, we got Droopy, Carl, and everybody. We had a lot of people, bro. A lot of people came through, bro, that just helped us to do what we had to do. You know what I'm saying? And the main goal was just reach people, bro, and bring, you know what I'm saying, be fishers of men. You know what I'm saying? So all these people I owe a ton of love, gratitude, love them all deeply, dearly. You know what I'm saying? So. And they helped us, man. I thank them for listening to God's call and doing something that's not traditionally looked for. You know what I'm saying? That's not traditional, but they answered and put their passion and time and dedication to it. You know what I'm saying? And letting me, they trusted me. You know what I'm saying? Like being a lead mic, you had a lot of things going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
True. Well, your brother Dez has a question for you. He said, ask Wayne which lead mic inspired him the most. Strictly gospel go-go.
CJ.
Okay. All right. So tell us how CJ inspired you, and what was your first, when you first heard CJ on the mic?
Mm-hmm.
Let's run through that. Give us a play-by-play.
CJ, like I said, he did what's the name with us? He did Peace in the Streets down at my church. I heard them, but I used to be, this is gonna show my age, but I used to go in the car and check out 1580 Break Bread Crew. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They had a 30-minute hour of power or something like that before 30 minutes or whatever. They play all the gospel go-go, bro. And I would go to my mother's car or go in the house, put a tape in the stereo and record them jumps, man. And I that's how I got introduced to him. And then when I met him in person, bro, you hear his testimony, you hear the story. I'm like, that resonates to a lot of stuff that I got going on. The lingo, the vernacular, the swagger, all that stuff was just kind of, it was gravitating. You know what I'm saying? And then I heard him it was like, it was just a lot, you know what I'm saying, that inspired me. And then when you heard the band, the music aspect, you was like, oh yeah, no, that's everything, you know what I'm saying? He had the Kofat, you know what I'm saying, he had the clothes. I was like, it was just a lot going on, bro, that just kind of inspired me to get to where, get to say that this is something that I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It kind of validated that it wasn't something that will be looked as corny or anything like that, because there was nothing corny about it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You know what I mean? I mean, it's people who knew him from the go-go world and knew that, you know what I'm saying? And for the longest time, bro, I thought that they could stand toe-to-toe with any band. When you was in the band and stuff, like, I feel like they could stand toe-to-toe with any band that was going on out here. You know what I'm saying? I was stamped out, put it on everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and they did. Again, he did stuff that was different. He was on the go-go, I think, was that DJ Flex album? They was on that jump.
They were. Yes, they were.
Yeah. It was on that jump. Yeah. So yeah, that was it for me. There's a lot of people that definitely inspired me. CJ was definitely that person, but you know, again, EJ, Josh, you know what I'm saying? Dogs. Both of them was dogs. I seen them play, you know what I'm saying? 10 Commandments, Tony. 2, you know what I mean? Dogs, like, you know what I mean? Like two on another world, you know what I'm saying? That's the closest thing to rapper I ever seen.
Ever.
You know what I mean? Ever. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of people that can. We see 2 doing it. Yeah, come on, 2 still right now. You know what I'm saying? And then 2 get busy. Vertical wasn't vertical.
Vertical gave you Christian evangelical Christian.
Yes, yeah.
Gospel logo.
They had our lyrics in that joint, right?
Yeah.
Our lyrics wasn't vertical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Gospel Go-Go has had everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm telling people, bro, you go look at. I mean, go look at Go-Go, the second, you know, the traditional Go-Go world, bro. It ain't a band out here that's cranking that don't got somebody from Gospel Go-Go.
And that's contributing, not just somebody in there.
I mean, I'm talking about impactful.
Yes.
Impactful.
Yes.
Like right now, I love T.O.B. You take them 2 boys off them keyboards from T.O.B. What happens? You know what I'm saying? That's Brandon and God, I don't forgot Lil Mike. I mean, even Lil Mike kicking the set for them, you know what I'm saying? But his brother, you know what I'm saying? His brother's both of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Brandon came from True Potential. Lil Mike did his band, and his brother both of them did the Radical thing. Like, come on, man. You know? So, I mean, we could even take it back to, you know, we got Drew, what band, you know what I'm saying? All that, like, it's there. And Drew was done when the other Drew was playing for TCB, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, we can go Reaction. Look at Rick, you know, that's Trilogy. Keith, Trilogy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Even we go to Backyard. Marcus got a Gospel Go-Go background, playing keys. You know what I'm saying? Where you want to go? Is to be there.
All you gotta do is just name a band, and you got something.
We there. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, our first feature was Yanni. Yanni was the first feature for Mission. She came feature for.
Okay, let's talk through that one. Tell us the story behind that.
The third Sunday, Yanni was going to the Holy Church. She was going to our church. It was the third Sunday, and while we was playing, she was there, and she like kind of kept going towards Pastor, and Pastor was pointing at her. I was like, I don't, you know, I knew Yanni could sing, but you know what I'm saying. But I didn't know that. I didn't know the crazy side, whatever the case be. Man, she came up there. I think we was in the socket or something. Man, at the time, Ludacris was hot. She came up that jump. When God move, you move. Just like that. When God move, you move. Just like that. I was like, oh. Yeah, so that was our first, you know what I'm saying? You first person, I mean, mess with us, bro, to this day. And then look, bro, she won the gospel, you know, so, you know what I mean? She ended up winning the little gospel competition. So, yeah, bro, it's a lot of history with this, dog.
So did you know that Yanni had a Gospel Go-Go band?
Yeah,
Heaven Sent.
Was Heaven Sent?
Heaven Sent.
Heaven Sent. Bro, I'm a student, bro. I pretty much know. I know her. I be knowing, bro. Hey, Heaven Sent. Yep. I remember Heaven Sent. Hey, so
they had all the hitters in there. They had Songbird.
Yeah.
They had Little Benny was up
Yep.
there sometime. Yeah, it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. In Gospel.
Yeah. Shoot, Jam and Jeff had a band, right?
Crazy Praise. Yep.
Crazy Praise. Yeah. Conrad
Yep.
was the lead mic, right? Dog. See, bro, I be knowing, bro. I'm in here, bro. I know all that, bro. Yeah.
You know what? I gotta send you some CDs.
I'm still waiting for that. I need that joke with I need the Exodus joke with the game and what's name stuff on there.
Oh, I sent that to you. I ain't sent that to you.
Send it to me, bro. I need that.
I'm gonna send it to you today.
Yeah,
that's my word.
Yeah,
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So DJ Grande, he got a question for me. He asked, "Can we get Lano out of retirement for one show?" Exodus. You know, I might be good for one song. I get up there and give the bass back to somebody else.
That's only right, man. It's only right. It's only right. I'm getting that. Like I said, man, I'm getting that. You might have to do it, man. Because when we come back out doing stuff, bro, I'm paying a tribute to all that, bro. I'm getting EJ out the house. I'm getting CJ out the house. I'm getting Elmo out the house. I'm getting everybody out the house. I'm gonna try to get D-Rock out the house. I'm gonna try to get you out the house, CJ out the house. We want to do that, bro, because I see, you know, we see it, you know, quote unquote, on the other side. You know what I'm saying, man? We got a lot of history, bro. A lot of songs that I would love to hear. You know what I'm saying? Played now. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be my thing, bro. Like, again, whoever supporting, that's who was important for us. You know what I'm saying? We got enough. We never really cared too much about numbers. You know what I'm saying? We have a good time. 2 or 3 gathered in the lane. We have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the point in time where I'm just trying to play. I'm just trying to hit a CD for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to have something to ride around with. So I ain't tripping off, you know what I'm saying, who not coming. We gonna celebrate and really push the people who are, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't tell me what's going on in our world right now that Gospel Go-Go ain't needed. Some sort of inspiration. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't never lied.
We see a lot of bands going towards the inspirational thing. You know what I'm saying? Chris, the T.O.B. song, the Light song. You know what I'm saying? CCB with the Optimistic Tribe cover. You know what I'm saying? We need inspiration, and who better to give inspiration than the bands who inspire? You know what I'm saying? From the one who inspires us all. So that's the whole thing of. You know, got the whole gist and the whole nucleus of Gospel Go-Go's. They're inspired. So, you know, that's our nature to do. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. Like Brad King said, Pastor Brad King, Major League Band. They got J Keys and Dern over there. You know what I'm saying? Impactful. You know what I'm saying? They're huge. I had both of them. I had J Keys and my keyboard player. So it's like, bro, we be everywhere, bro. J Keys came over there from Chop Band, you know what I'm saying? Chop was yeah. At Gospel, we had our own car club, bro. New Creation Customs, like, you know.
That was before car clubs was the thing.
It's what I'm saying, bro. It's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's, you know, and it was all you could see, man, when people just trying to drill that it's negative connotations with our demographic and our youth. We showed that it definitely wasn't. It's just what you looking at. You know what I'm saying? Your shows had thousand kids, bro, on Friday night or Saturday night. We ain't have no fights, bro. Wasn't nothing. Could have been anywhere in the world, bro. They coming in that joint to chop. You know what I'm saying? When we did the show, you know, we was doing stuff, bro. We did the show, Rock and Roll, Killer Cow. When we did that show with you, you know what I'm saying? Or we did that show, you put that joint, you know what I'm saying? We did that show, like, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that could never die. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Your brother got another question for you. This is another Ask Wayne segment. How did it feel to turn the tide of gospel go-go towards bounce beat? Which other bands was instrumental in that turning of the tide? Which band do you think was the most creative with bounce beat and 3G, and why? He had that question.
You know, Dan's a teacher, boy. That boy know how to ask a question, boy.
We're educated.
Yeah, but how did it feel to turn the tide of gospel go towards it? It felt like I said right now, what we see where it became, you know what I'm saying, with that the new generation of gospel go, man, it always feels gratifying. It also feels in my walk with Christ, that's one of the biggest things that I kind of take away from it to this point was that my obedience, our obedience as mission band translating, you know what I'm saying? Because we listened, we was obedient to what he said, and it brought a whole new generation of people who just love Christ, you know what I'm saying, and love the music that we was doing. And to see how it branched off. The other band that I think was instrumental in turning that tide was CRB, for sure. CRB had a pulse that I didn't. Two bands, you know what I'm saying? CRB had a pulse on reaching people. I'm not really technical sound. I wasn't into really, being a dad early, you know, so I wasn't really into culture like that. CRB had a pulse on the culture, like of what was going on. They had ways of touching that demographic of people that was coming out to them shows, man. I was seeing the people, I'm like, man, that's just the community that they built, you know what I'm saying? And then the other band would be Wanted Band. Like, I mean, bro, I remember getting that CD, bro. I put that CD in and I said, what is this, bro? We had a sound in Gospel Go-Go, but to hear Deuce 9, I think the first song on there is Dance Like David Dance, right? That was the first song on that CD?
So, yeah.
Yeah. And hearing Dave come on, I said, oh, this is it changed everything, you know what I'm saying? And hearing that CD, man, and seeing how that changed, how impactful that was to shining a light on what was going on over here, you know what I'm saying? Again, obedience being better, you know what I'm saying? Being just, better than sacrifice, man. Steph and Ace, Cook, all those guys answering that call, you know what I'm saying? To do something very courageous, man, to take a stand and say, hey, because they didn't come from, they came from almost the top of what they was doing on the other side. You know what I'm saying? XIB was that, you know what I'm saying? And to drop all that and denounce that and say, I'm going to go and live for Christ and, take my gift and actually use it for Christ and impact the kingdom. I mean, you can't begin to not include that, you know what I'm saying? And what was being certain that turned the tide. Just again, bringing that. We had amazing sound man on this side, amazing. You know what I mean? Amazing. But the stamp of the sound with Deuce 9 on there was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it helped. It introduced me to guys that I, you know what I'm saying, consider very impactful that helped us. Doug. Shout out to Doug. Shout out to Dane. You know what I'm saying? I don't do nothing without Dane. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? But those guys really put a sound on there to again resonate with the people, and when I think was most creative with the bounce beat, most creative, Radical Praise. Yeah, Radical Praise. As far as creativity, you know what I'm saying, they just really thought outside the box, you know what I'm saying? Like Reds run I don't even know how do you categorize that. I know it's a bounce beat, but what Reds was doing was
different. Yeah.
That's his own lane. It's his own lane, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he by far, they by far the most creative band to do a variation, to do what they did with the bounce beat to resonate, bro. They again, bro, we a body, and it really Gospel Go really showed us the body of Christ. You know what I'm saying?
True. So walk by faith. That got to be Zoe, never Gospel Go Cat. We got to get you on here, brother.
Yeah.
Says Lil Mike is the rescue package of Go-Go, period. He plays everything.
Yeah. That's they call it Lil Mike the Drake of it, man. You gotta get a Lil Mike stimulus package.
True. So we got another one. he asking me to get Gospel Go to play at a Mystics game.
Hey man,
So if
out the
anybody
box,
knows,
out the box on there, man. Out the box, true worshipers, man. They can do it. They can do it. Out the box for sure could do it.
I was actually talking to Tony about it right before the season started.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we can make these things go.
Man, it can happen, man. I was at the junkyard and backyard for the Wizards, yo. I was there for that.
Yeah, because they do it every year.
Yeah.
So hey, we might as well.
They got Faith Day up there. You know what I'm saying? They got Faith Day down there, so it could definitely be done.
Yeah,
it could definitely be done.
And then too, I think Deuce 9 work for them too.
Yeah,
so we got Inside Connect, but
yeah, for sure.
We just need to make it happen. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right, so got another question for you. Who had the best socket in Gospel Go-Go?
Best socket in Gospel Go-Go that I heard, towards where I was playing consistently by far was Walk by Faith. I give it to you in errors, but in that era where we was at, Walk by Faith, hands down, and Peculiar People. That's where I'm at. 1A, 1B, Peculiar People and Walk by Faith. If Peculiar People was groovers, Walk by Faith was like a backyard. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what you want to do, but they had it, each of them had what you wanted. The Tabernacle era, Young Disciples was the best socket I heard during that era.
Okay.
And Complex era, I'm gonna give it to Submission. As far as sockets. So earlier on, Submission, then Young Disciples, then 1A toss up between Walk by Faith and Peculiar People.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So Eric Marsh E has a question for you, and that's E from Elevated Vision.
It's my man.
Yeah. Hey, y'all remember that show when Daryl Farley tried to chop with all of that for that?
My man Farley, boy, that's my mascot right there, boy. Man, oh man, that's my mascot, dog. You know what I'm saying? I got a picture of fuck. I'll put it up later, man. But nah, hey, shout out to Elevated Vision, man. E, I think they had the hardest bounce beat in Gospel Go-Go, man. Rock and Kevo, man. That was, it was certain bands when they was on the card. If I seen that Elevated Vision was on the card, I was like, oh, okay, we gotta do this with the lineup because they had it, man. They had it. They had great harmonies, man. E remind me of if I was a kid, somebody's like, if somebody's asked me if I was coming to Gospel Go-Go, what would I hear? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would remind me of the other side of Go-Go? He reminds me 100% of Lil Chris.
Okay.
T.O.B.
Okay. Yeah.
He can lead. He can sing. He can sing, and he got great control. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he really reminds me of Lil Chris from T.O.B. They got a very, very similar style, and their bands got a similar style too as well. It's a lot of bands, man, that you hear people, you be like, oh yeah, they got it. They got it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one thing that I listen to. That I listen to when I listen to bands. I do want to see who could translate. Like if I was a promoter like you know what I'm saying, I would try to see who would translate to going into the who I could take on that other side. You know what I'm saying? To do stuff like that. And yeah, that's what I'd be looking for. A lot of bands translate to if we was to do a showcase with the other side. Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Um, what's your favorite show of all time from Mission Bank?
Favorite show of all time? Man, my favorite show of all time would have been um either the New Year's party at Crystal Skate. I think it was
Okay.
us, Wanted Band, Radical, and CRB. That was epic. And I think the first 360.
Okay. Okay.
Just knowing that the scene was just like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's your favorite gospel go-go song of all time? That's not a mission song.
That's not a mission song. Um, the game,
Okay. Okay.
Exodus.
Okay. So why did that song resonate with you so much?
Um, just where I was in life, it spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? Through the game, through the struggles and pains, I'm not afraid. You know what I'm saying? You know, like just everything they said. They had a lot of different parts. So yeah, that Exodus, that the game is, yeah, and walk of course, but yeah, definitely the game is my favorite song. Outside of any, yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you could play a show as the lead mic of another gospel go-go band,
Mm.
who would it be? Which band would it be?
Well, any up with a gospel band, I could be the lead mic for. It will be. Oh man. Who would it be? That's a good question, bro. Cause I do that a lot, man. I listen to bands and be like, oh, I done did X, Y, Z. Just for I would say, dang, yeah, Wanted Band,
Okay. Okay.
Wanted Band, yeah, Wanted Band for sure, for sure,
All
for
right.
sure. What's name be a close look? It's close. I really was about to say Elevated Vision, bro.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elevated Vision, bro. I was gonna say Elevated Vision, but just because I like my style and everything like that, and what I like to hear, like yeah, you know what I'm saying. But the other bands, man, I say that to say if I didn't say any other band, it was because they really just they are their own entities by themselves, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I could feature. I feel like I feature with any band. I could feature with whoever. But like if I didn't play for Mission, like I definitely play for Elevated Vision. You know what I'm saying? I say Wanted Band because I know a lot of their catalog. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if it was a band, it would probably be Elevated Vision.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. We got another one from DJ Grande. If you can put together an all-star crank band and gospel go-go bounce beat band, who would you pick for each band, back line to front line?
All right, Gospel Go Crank Band. So lead mic. Lead mic for a Gospel Crank Band. I'm gonna go 2 at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Zoe at second mic, so they get that rapper in 32 type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
That'll be crazy. Give me Drew as the lead singer and guitar player.
Okay.
Yanni as a female singer. Give me what's my man? My man Moo. My
Okay.
man Moo
Okay.
is a rapper.
Okay.
All right. On the set, give me on the set, give me on the set, Bo. Bo on the set. Give me Biggie on the blocks and the cowbell. Biggie from Walk by Faith on the big on the blocks and the cowbell. Give me Phil on the congos. And give me Phil on the congos. Give me J-Mo on the timbales. And on bass, Keith, Lil Keith. Lil Keith on bass. That's a mob, bruh.
Yeah.
That's a mob. That's a mob, bruh. That's a mob. That's a mob. Gospel go band. Lee might give me I'm trying to think. Bro, I'm the lead mic, bro.
All right.
I'm the lead mic, bro. Hey, we ain't about to do that. I'm the lead mic. Singer. I'm gonna pick people outside of my band. So if it's some singer wise, okay, I need two singers. Give me Dave and give me Lil Cam. I don't know if y'all remember Lil Cam. Lil Cam from oh man, what's the name of that band? With Jeter in them, man. What's the name of that band, man?
Man.
I'm trying to think of that band name, bro. But you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
If you give me Dave, and what was the name of that band, bro? Oh,
let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on a second. You keep talking.
Yeah, but Lil Cam as a singer, and Dave as a singer, female singer,
Lost but found. That's the name of that band.
Nah, One Lost But Found. That was Tyrell.
Joyful Noise.
Joyful Noise, yes. Joyful Noise. Yeah, so those would be my two singers, two male singers. I'll put Dinta, female singer. Rapper, Smoke, for sure. But if not Smoke, we're going War Child, of course. Yeah, we can roll with that. Drums, Jeff, for sure. If not Jeff, of course, I would go. I'm trying to think. Jeff, or Rock from Elevated Vision.
Okay.
Timbales. If outside my band, of course, if my band, I'd be like Big Ron or Chubbs, but Timbales, I would go Charlie. If it was a Congo player, I would go If it was Congo player, I go what's my man name? Phil again, because Phil played both. Phil was on Blind Faith. It was just kind of in between. Phil, bass, I'm going smooth always. Always going smooth on the bass. And lead guitar, I'm going Chavo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was tough.
Yeah. My manager would be Delano. We out of here. We gone. We went. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That'll be my what's the name band. That'll definitely be. That's off the top of my head. Like I ain't really. That's just off the top of my head. But there's so many other people out here that's like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we got another one from Kevin Simmons, and I want to give them a salute. They the ones who actually put together that show that had Rock and Rob and
Him and Larissa, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. Again, bro, they pushed the culture, man. 2J, John Jackson, he pushed us on the internet, on the YouTube, man, with his channel. But yeah, Kev, man, he already know how I feel about him. My favorite 3G venue is Garment of Praise, hands down. Hands down.
So why did
it just felt like home? It felt like home, bro. Like Pastor Crouch, First Lady Crouch, the whole Crouch family, Dre, you know what I'm saying? Their brother, Tina, Tiffany, all of them, bro. It just felt like home, bro. From the moment that we got there, that felt like home base for Gospel Go-Go. You know what I'm saying? They opened their doors to let any and all the bands really express themselves. You know what I'm saying? The vibes was always good. Acoustics was good. A good location. You know what I'm saying? It was central to a lot of places. So, yeah, for sure, it was Garment of Praise for me. That's my favorite venue in that time that I played at. The venue that I didn't play at that was like that to me was even the Plaza 23 or the 360. The 360 was nice. 360 was nice, but for me, for sure would be that one, that Garment of Praise.
True. Let's see. What's another good question for Wayne here? If you can actually have a national artist sitting with Mission Band, who would it be?
Besides Lil Wayne, it's like nah. Besides that, a national artist that hey. To be honest, bro, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I really don't listen to music. You know what I'm saying? To like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what keep the creativity good because I really don't know. Like when we was doing the band, if I could really keep it real with everybody, the band would tell me songs to listen to. I don't listen to stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to draw too much inspiration from people. But if it was an artist, I would. Who would I even think? It'd probably be like a rapper from here, to be honest. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like a rapper from here. Because I'm so in tune from here. Like it'll be bro, I go as far as saying okay, I say it like this. If it's a band, if it was a person, it'll be I think I would do good, a lot of justice with another members of Go-Go.
Okay.
I count those as real artists. So I would love to collaborate with I've had those ideas, you know what I'm saying? I would love to collaborate with Like I did something with shooters before. I would love to do something like that. So I like to do something like TJ. You know what I'm saying? I like to do something with rapper. Um, you know, a real situation with Killer Cow. Um, and yeah, that'll be what something I do. It won't really be national, because they come around and do things and it'd be cool, but I think the whole essence of the stuff that we do, it's just a lot of people who I think got superstar national talent that just hasn't, you know what I'm saying, something that just probably ain't translated over well. But like Chris or something like that. Yeah, that's what I do. So if you ever been to a mission show, that's why you would see those type of features, so I can show people that, because a lot of these guys, a lot of these people and these figures have a background and believe in God truly. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different brand of music that they do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I do Take It to Church, the TOB song with Chris. You know what I'm saying? Like we do that.
Hey, it sounds like that's another album that need to be done.
Yeah. So that's when I say stuff how we coming different. Like I got stuff with those people that are actually songs. You know what I'm saying? So they're actually songs in here. It's this featuring this person. You know what I'm saying? And it's just we just collaborate together.
True. One thing that you mentioned earlier, that your writing is more than just music, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody know, like I know, some of your writing when it comes to development of TV shows and stuff like that. What's going on, my guy?
Yeah. I started that back up. What's the name? Shout out to my man, you know what I'm saying? Like again, a lot of stuff come from Gospel Go-Go, and we see it get taken to extraordinary heights. Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? We see what Jimmy doing with film and stuff. I think he's in development of another movie right now, you know what I'm saying? I wrote a 10 episode web series. That's a faith-based web series. I think I gave it to you before, you know what I'm saying? So if that's what we allude to, it's called, and again, I love this. I love Gospel Go-Go so much. The name of the web series, Boys on the Hill, you know what I'm saying? So if you know, that's another song I need from you. But that's an Exodus song, you know what I mean, that I titled the web series after. So it has Gospel Go-Go in it. It's a coming of age story, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do that. We're gonna put that together. It's everybody who I think I'm holding it up at this point, because everybody, like, I gave it to you, I gave it to like Zoe, I gave it to, you know, people who I really trust, and people was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's definitely what I do. I have, like I said, I have a passion for writing, and I think that where stuff going at, you know what I'm saying, we gotta get into those spaces, you know what I'm saying? It'd be cool to, you know, put some auditions out, because I need a band for the web series, and we could put all Gospel Go-Go members in it and create a soundtrack off of it and see what happens, you know what I'm saying, based on the web series. So yeah, I definitely got that going on. You know, I just finished it. I got like 2 episodes to write, but for the most part it's finished, you know. So I started writing it like 10 years ago, so I had to update the, you know, the lingo and the vernacular in it. But yeah, it's done. You know, those type of things take time. So, but now Jimmy, I sent it to Jimmy. Jimmy hit me and was like, nigga, why ain't you tell me you do this? He said, bro, when Jimmy told me, he said, whatever I need and whenever I'm ready, he got it. That's what made me start taking my time, because I was like, oh, if he said that, bro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he was like, I seen him at the his man Chaz do the Hoop Fest stuff. It was a Wise. He seen me and we was there, and he was like, bro, what's up with Boys on the Hill, bro? I need that. I was like, wow, this was last winter. So, you know, that kind of motivated me, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we definitely on that. Definitely.
I'm trying to audition.
Huh?
I'm trying to audition.
Oh man, I got the role for you, bro. I got the role for you. I got the role for you, for real. I got the role for you.
I'm all right. Just let me know.
Yeah. But we doing that, man. We doing that. Like I said, it's different spaces that we could get into. You know what I'm saying? I think my main goal is that man, when I go, man, I want to die empty. You know what I'm saying? Whatever God put into me to do, I want it done. You know what I'm saying? By the time He called me home, you know, because we here, right? We got those numbers that's in the beginning and the end. Those they're important, but that little dash, what you do in between that time, is what leaves your legacy. So that's what we are focusing on.
True that. True that. True that. Hey, I think this was a good interview.
I
I think
appreciate
it's
it.
going down as a classic here, my brother.
Yeah, for sure.
We talked about from the beginning all the way to the future.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
So hey, I appreciate you 100% for
Yes, sir.
coming through the platform and chopping it up with the people, you know?
Yeah.
Because you definitely got people tuned in everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, for real.
That's how I appreciate everybody, man. Everybody who supported Mission and Gospel Go-Go over the years. I definitely appreciate y'all. Continue to pray for the bands that's doing it now. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to continue to push the culture, man. Praying for you, bro. Thank you for giving us this platform again, bro. Like I said, bro, you shape the culture every time, bro. Your obedience pushed us, you know what I'm saying? So without you, bro, a lot of these stories wouldn't be stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't put your time, dedication, and effort into seeing something in us and being dedicated and obedient to what God told you to do. You know what I'm saying? So definitely hats off and salute to you. But man, I appreciate everybody. Support this, man. Let's keep it pushing. And you know, like I said, man, January 2026, bro, we be back. You know what I'm saying? We be back. Stay tuned for the singles dropping, content dropping, and man, just continue to pray for us as we pray for y'all.
All right, folks. We will be back at y'all. We got to plan some more of these conversations because there's so much more to tell.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, if y'all want to listen to some more of Mission Band, those hot songs like the Cuz and all the 1,000 other songs in the catalog, y'all can listen to it on Gospel Go-Go 411. We got a 24/7 radio station. I'm pretty sure Mission is gonna be dropping.
Yeah, we definitely dropping. We dropping soon. We definitely. That thing is on the way. It's on the way. Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all.
All right, we out of here tonight. Catch y'all on the next one. Go.